just outside of that top 12. So this should be a really good match for both of these two players. Could really make a difference here in their standings and how we see everything playing out for them going forward. We get directly into the moving game. Sadziu, Mu.
It's like an urban Spain here. And around this urban, they're both going to be taking their time and looking for information. But I would expect on more rural rounds, if anything, I would expect Sadziu to be guessing more quickly and Mu to be taking his time, because Mu knows how strong of a moving player he is, and he knows that he has a bit of an advantage in this mode.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of a truck here with some information, but it doesn't look like it's given away too much. It's possible there's a little town name there that maybe is too small for them to know, but maybe Jake knows.
I did not see anything that I knew. The language is Spanish, and we had some coast, which is helpful. I mean, a lot of the eastern coast of Spain, you'll see mostly Catalan. So it wouldn't shock me if... Okay, so they're in very different areas. Sadziu's in Galicia. Mu's just going southeast.
Wow, yeah, very separate for round one. Oh, it just ends up being north coast, so we shouldn't see too many points. Only 303 there.
Interesting that... I don't remember what direction the coast was that we saw, but I guess I would expect... They saw the water, so I would expect that if the water was to the north, they would have guessed north coast, but maybe it was a weird bay or a strange water direction. But it looked like Mu was kind of just hedging in the middle, playing it safe for round one.
Makes sense. We go to round two here. Players off. We do have a sign here finally. I think we saw an Eindhoven there. That's a pretty big city,
Yep.
Southern Netherlands. Did they know the other ones, though?
Yeah, Venlo's pretty big as well. I don't know if Mu has... Yeah, Mu's got some info too. But it's not as good. I don't recognize any of the town names on Mu's sign.
Sadziu has
a road number and
bunch.
everything, so...
Sadziu sees Eindhoven and Venlo and just guesses in between them. Mu is down there too as well, actually. So we actually
see one of the other ones? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, very similar guesses, but Sadziu a little closer. Quick little 32 points.
I would imagine that Mu probably found one of the towns on the sign that he had, and those were smaller towns, so nice job to him scanning and actually finding them. The most distinctive road in the world, probably. Yeah. Certainly one of them.
This is a road in southern Chile near Punta Arenas. Arenas is where people know it. It goes up. It's the 9 right there. We do see it on Sadziu's screen. Mu is there as well. We do have some signs too. So they should be able to line this up pretty well.
Yep. So you see this concrete road with these triple yellow road lines. You won't really see this anywhere else in the world, especially with this landscape. So, yeah, I think it's one of the most unmistakable roads in the world for sure. And any pro that gets it in this league is going to know this road. See if somebody can find the 5K.
Mu's locked something in here. I think he feels relatively good about it too, so we'll see if Sadziu follows. They are very close to each other, so really we shouldn't see too much. Mu very close there. Not going to be a lot of points. 68.
Yep, just slightly on the wrong curve of the road. He's one curve over to the east. But, yeah, great guesses from both, but again, around like that, very unlikely to make too much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. Thailand, on the other hand, could be a bit more interesting. I think Mu can read Thai, so we'll see if he's able to find something here.
Quick guess from Sadziu. Possibly Sadziu knows Mu reads Thai, does not want to let him guess, but they both make very good guesses, just based off of the region guess vibes.
But you see Mu was in the right province, so presumably what he saw was the province name in Thai. And Sadziu was one province over, but his region guess, based off the mountains and the foliage, was still very, very good. So he took very little damage.
Round 5 here on the moving game. Both players moving the same direction here. We'll see. Mu has a sign. Do you know if Mu actually can read Japanese?
He can read Hakodate if it's written in Latin script.
There it is.
I'm not sure how much Japanese he can read. I don't think it's much, but Mu is one of the best Japan players in the world. Sadziu had the same thing, but he didn't see the sign with Hakodate, so...
wow, he's going far south, 3 times damage. That could be the game right there, because Mu's basically on the 5K. That takes the moving game for Mu. Wow, so impressive.
Yep. So Mu again, as I said, one of the best Japan plays in the world, whether it's moving, no moving, or whatever else. But yeah, it looked like maybe for a second he was trying to see if he could read any of the Japanese, and then on the sign behind it, he just saw the word Hakodate. I think Sadziu had the same sign, but he just wasn't quite able to spot it. The words were pretty small. So, yeah, Mu showing his moving prowess, and he found the info that he needed and capitalized.
We go on to no moving now, 1/360 panorama. I think this probably evens us out a little bit again. Mu, such a good moving player. We are back on Japan by the looks of it. And again, Japan, one of Mu's best countries, one of the best Japan players in the world. So we'll see what he gets on this. This is a very difficult Japan location, though. Really not much to go off of. It's just trees. Trees and dirt.
Yep. We will see, but it's a really tough one.
Sadziu a bit closer.
Good for the mental, for sure, beating Mu in a Japan round, even if it is just round one. Sadziu losing game one. But again, he knows he's probably the weaker moving player of the two, so he still feels probably pretty comfortable. Maybe this is what he expected to happen. He knows he can still win this. This is maybe Argentina. Interesting, though. I mean, I'd imagine it's more western with how dry it is, and it looks like we have some mountains visible, maybe to the west. But yeah. Argentina is a very tall country, north to south, so it can be hard to narrow down.
Seems both players in a very similar area, however. Yep, they both end up just being near Mendoza. Sadziu a little closer again.
Really impressive guesses from both there, it has to be said. I mean, that was not a very high information round. Getting the right province and even the right area of the province is a really impressive thing.
Round 3. Not too much to go off. Red Barn. We love it. Feels very Scandinavian.
Yep. Definitely Nordic. We'll see. I'm not sure if it's Sweden or Finland. I do like the Sweden guess. And they're both going to go for Sweden here.
Just in between them, west of Stockholm. Sadziu a bit closer again. Sadziu is holding a flawless here as we go into round 4.
Yeah, still not too much damage done, but and he knows he needs to win this, and he's certainly locking in so far. Australia could pose some problems, though.
Yeah, big country, big points, Jake. 2.5 times damage now.
Got that right.
Australia, middle of nowhere.
Maybe western here. I like where Sadziu is going. We have this sort of red tinged dirt with a red car as well, very common in Western Australia. Both players seem to agree.
Mu.
Not big points on that occasion.
Yeah, not big points there. But Mu's slightly closer. Does break the flawless.
That's something at least.
It is something. We go to round 5.
Rain here. It's interesting with sort of the rolling hills. Ukraine is often pretty much dead flat. I don't know if this rolling hill landscape gives them any clues, but yeah, I mean, we have the red car, which is how they tell it apart from Russia, and also the bad quality of the road is much more of a good clue for Ukraine.
Wow. Mu a decent bit closer there. That's going to be some big points after Sadziu started off flawless. Those multis have really racked up now. We go to round 6. It's anybody's game.
Sure is. A slightly riskier guess from Sadziu there, going fairly far east as far as the coverage goes. This round, I would imagine, will be Rwanda, unless it's Kenya somehow, but I assume I assume the players are going to notice.
Yeah, both
and you can have a similar car, but yeah, I think that this car is unique to Rwanda. And nice guess from Sadziu.
A very nice guess from Sadziu. Getting the right town there. Mu picking a farther north town. But Mu still holds a lead here. Round 7.
This is tricky.
This is a very tricky one. We have a quick zoom Taiwan here from Sadziu. I do like the guess. And he locks in.
The way the road looks, I do like the Taiwan guess. Outer white line. I do really like Taiwan. Hong Kong. That's also reasonable. Although I don't know if the plate on the truck. We'll see. Is he switching?
Oh, wow. He's not. He kept it there in Hong Kong. It is Taiwan. Yeah. With the multi, that's going to win Sadziu the no-move game. And we're going to go on to NMPZ.
Yeah, you can see Mu pretty frustrated with himself for that one. It's a tough round. I mean, it did look like the truck was maybe towards the left side of the road. Although it didn't have a yellow plate. But then again, I think commercial vehicles maybe would still have white plates in Hong Kong. So I definitely understand the guess from Mu. But it's definitely a risk, because if it's not Hong Kong, it's not going to be anywhere near it. And Sadziu taking advantage of the mistake.
And we did see him debating Taiwan there at the end. He had zoomed in.
Yep.
It just didn't. Looks like we got a Mongolia here. It makes sense. The green rolling hills like this can be quite common. Sadziu. Guessing pretty far west. Mu just north of the capital here. Ulaanbaatar.
Yep. Quite a big country, and they're in different areas. It is just 1x damage, but we still could see some pretty significant points taken here.
I do think I like Mu's guess better. I feel like it gets more dry as you go west and the mountains get bigger, but we'll see. It is north there. Sadziu ends up being closer. Mu with a good idea there of kind of being in the northern part of the country.
Yeah, that area around Lake Hovsgol is quite green as well, so it does make some sense. But yeah, ends up being a good guess from Sadziu. This looks like Peru, although wow, they're both immediately going Cusco. I have, as somebody who's pretty weak in Peru, I don't know what they see here that's making them go Cusco. Might be some kind of vegetation clue. But
wow.
Clearly. They knew something.
They knew something. Amazing guesses there from both players.
Yep, I would have been in Lima for sure if it was me. So, yeah, really well played by both.
That's fair enough. We go to round 3. Little South Africa by the looks of it. Quick guess from Sadziu again. Sadziu playing very quick.
Wow.
Mu right there too, though. They're right next to each other. Wow.
Wow. It's impressive. Because that area, I've gotten fooled by that area before. That area sort of between the coast and that ridge of mountains near Cape Town and George can look really deceptively similar to other areas of South Africa because it's just flat and you don't really see the mountains. So impressive of both of those players to recognize that.
Round 4 now. Not too much to go off of. Some houses, dirt road, some small trees and shrubbery. We have a Bolivia here from Mu. Sadziu will follow as well, so not too many points. Again, they're making such similar guesses every round here.
Yep, so consistent, so close every time. I mean, we had the South Africa, we had the Peru. I mean, it's really impressive. It's not like they're just guessing the same place and they're far away. They're guessing the same place and they're right. And it's really impressive to see.
Sadziu, quick Hokkaido guess. We're back in Japan. Wow, and Sadziu was very close to that correct location there and moved a little bit farther north. Could have gotten some more points there, but he's still in the lead. He's still pretty close to full health here. Mu at 4,000.
Darn close to where the round that ended the moving game was, right near Hakodate.
Yeah. Is this ever Oman South? Yeah, it is.
I like the Salala guess, yeah. You get these sort of slightly greener mountains towards Salala, so I like the guess. It's really impressive display from both players here, I have to say.
It's a good little comeback there from Mu, just to get some more points on the board against Sadziu. Multis are racking up.
For the scores to still be this high in round 7 of an NMPZ game, that tells you what you
pretty
need to
insane.
know.
It's pretty insane.
Both amazing NMPZ players. I think I may be wrong, but I think Sadziu considers NMPZ to be his strongest mode. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that, but I mean, the way he's playing so far certainly wouldn't shock me. It does look like Mexico, but tough country to region guess. This could make a big difference.
This could end up being a decider here for time. Sadziu in Oaxaca, western Oaxaca. Mu yet to open the map. He does go Mexico. He's going much farther north. So these could be really big points here if he keeps it there, and one of them is really close. We'll see. Wow, it's just north of Mexico
do it.
City. That
Yep.
still will do it. That will win Sadziu the NMPC game and the entire matchup.
Beautifully played from Sadziu, making that comeback. I mean, he really only missed one round in that moving game that cost him the game, but